Hi, I'm Isaiah.
Hello, I'm Yuri, and
Hi, I'm Cal.
You fool, you think it was me, DeadFun, but it was actually the Thundercross split attack.
Cool
I thought it was
DeadFun.
Theo.
Damn, the most recent Invincible episode is 40 views. Damn, it's doing numbers.
Anyway,
Yeah, I saw that.
we're here to talk about, my god, in my opinion, the worst Fate that I've seen so far.
Worse what?
Wait, that's
What?
a crazy ass statement.
Yo,
Considering
dude,
we
me.
saw Fate stay night.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, no,
It's not the
no,
worst
no.
fate. Okay, we could dive into this, I think, now. I don't really care to do like, okay, if you haven't seen Fate Zero, it's such a context-heavy series that if you haven't seen it, it's going to make no sense. But with that said, just because you don't like some of the characters doesn't make it a bad show.
Oh no. I'm not saying it's bad. I said in my opinion. This is like one person may call another like some person may say this is trash. Some person say maybe this is good. This is just like my opinion. I didn't like it that much.
I think Fate
Okay.
2006 is a bad show, so that tells
Yeah,
me
that's
this is a bad show.
yeah,
So I'm gonna say something that I've been saying since the very beginning. I think we should have watched this one before going out Unlimited Blade Works.
I'm gonna be honest. I would have wanted to kill myself.
bro, it is
No,
not
okay.
that bad. It is not that
It's
bad.
so here. I don't even like.
Explain
It's
yourself.
not that I don't hate. It's not that I don't hate this anime. I like a lot of things about this anime. What brings it down for me? I love the priest and Unlimited Blade Works and in the movies. I hate him in this fucking show.
Why they're like explain yourself.
I can't. They feel like vastly two different people to me. And then the fucking MC. I
Okay.
don't
They were
like
good.
Shiro's.
Like what
I
was wrong with
don't.
MC?
They're just
I don't,
dicks.
I don't like Shiro's father.
Yeah, well,
Kiritsugu's just
okay.
a
Here's the thing. I don't like Shiro's father in the sense of like he kept pissing me off a little bit, but I like the character art he went through. I thought he was a
They're
good character.
pissing me off. It's-
I have
Okay.
said this opinion once and I'll say it again. I heavily feel Waver should have been the MC.
okay, the entire point, and the reason why okay, I'm gonna loop this back around to Isaiah's point. The entire reason I think that this serves as a good prequel, and it was made as a prequel, is that it basically serves as a deconstruction of the first like Fate series. It's supposed to be like, what if Shiro's rigmarole was like actually taken and dissected with like a surgical knife? You know, what does being like a hero actually mean in the real world when you don't have like, I mean, Shiro's like messed around with, especially in Heaven Seal, but like generally they're permitted to be a hero, I think, in like Fate. Is this like a
Yeah.
controversial
There's
opinion?
never, there's
No,
never a
he
time we look at
usually is.
Shiro. There's never a time we look at Shiro and say, "Oh yeah, he's the bad guy" situation.
Yeah, like but then I think like this is a series where like what if you were actually trying to be a hero in this situation and how like morally questionable you'll have to be because like yeah to be like to be a good person in this sort of conflict is very difficult because like especially if your entire like roster is not made up of like you know half of them being your waifus and the second half being irredeemable pricks. In this series, like, yeah, Kiritsugu has to like. I think the main turning point when you're actually be getting like what they are is when they kill. They do the shit with who the fuck is Lancer's person?
Yeah, which I forgot his name, but the blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That
yeah,
was
I
like
remember
the
him.
turning point. Because before that, it was kind of like we hadn't really seen him do too much shit. The only
Yeah.
time we saw him do it was blowing up the building. But he also evacuated like all like the civilians and stuff beforehand, and it wasn't as like hands on. Like I think that's the
Yeah,
first time we saw
basically.
him be like slimy.
Yeah, like dude's like slime, the slimiest slime ball that's slimed. Dude's willing to like fucking, dude will fucking I don't know if they'll kill civilians, but like I feel like they're willing to to like
No,
win.
they would. Like it was like the and when he got put into the Holy Grail when they were saying like this is the Emiya way. You'll kill the few to save the many. So if
I don't
he
know if that
would
was just them getting trolled.
no, well it was like a complete thing of like how he was, if I'm not like and
That
we saw
supports
him
my point.
literally do that.
That supports my point, so I'm gonna agree with it. But with that said, yeah. So that's like that's like the reason I said why I think it works as like a prequel because it basically, as I said, it's like a deconstruction. I think you can also see that in like
Saber.
well, not that. Well, also sort of that. I don't know. It's weird, but like this Grail conflict is like way more complex, I think, in comparison to like no,
It's
Okay.
nah.
oh
The
yeah,
reason
no,
we
no,
don't
no,
like
no. Oh yeah, no, no. I can say it's a lot more complex. Yeah.
I feel like it's more complex because we have people who actually know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but I don't think that like that's still.
Like it just like unlike in the main timeline, there aren't just people who be like some like there aren't just like blatantly overpowered people except for Gilgamesh, but that's like his whole thing. Like in the original, there's like Hercules, Medea's doing her own thing. Medusa doesn't do anything until the movies.
Yeah.
And Saber
It
just she gets beat up a lot.
it was definitely enough a really nice change of seeing the servants do a lot more than like in the other series. Like yeah, I'll be honest.
Yeah, in Fate Zero, I think they make you feel like each person could have actually won, I
It's
think. Maybe
Yeah.
barring like the fucking wizard dude, but like still.
I'm
Well,
gonna
the
be
wizard
honest. Like
dude didn't even want to win. He was just like, let's kill
he
some
was there for the
motherfucker.
fun of it.
Also.
Like
Well, he
I'm gonna
wanted
be honest. I
Gene.
think
He wanted Gene, bro.
I don't think I would have hated watching this as the prequel, but it would have turned me off a lot of Fate of like 2006.
Okay, wait. If we watched, okay, here's the order that, okay, for the audience, here's the order I picked. The original Fate first, then this, then Unlimited Blade Works, and so on.
So you see, here's the thing, Isaiah. 2 episodes in, I would have agreed with you, if I'm being honest. Like, okay, first couple of episodes into Fate Zero, I was not feeling. I did not enjoy it. I was getting annoyed because I think I was also getting a little burnt out on Fate at this point, and I was kind of like, bro, why the fuck am I watching this? I don't care about the priest or Emiya. Like, I was low key kind of bored because, and I know they were setting stuff up, but again, I just had no interest in the character, so it was like making me very agitated. But then around episode 3 or 4, there was like a turning point, and I was like, wait a minute, this is pretty good. And I would definitely say that I wouldn't have. I don't agree that we should have watch this first. And one of the big things is because I really liked Saber's story in this and how we see how she got to the point in Unlimited Bliss in the main, right? Where seeing Lancelot really opened her eyes from being a naive little girl, right? Like how Ryder had been saying, and why she fought so hard for her ideals, especially in Fate Statement. I think it's just it doesn't work if you don't have the context of everything.
Okay, so what you're saying is we should have watched this before everything else.
No, that's literally the opposite of what I just. I said the order
No,
of which we watched it was fine.
I refuse to. No,
That's
you're just
I,
wrong.
I was expecting to be like a 3v1 on this topic. I will say
yeah.
a little bit in Flash's
Um,
defense. I think, because I want to like, I think I didn't really want to like lean on this, like the continuity spoilers like stuff, because like, and that's not saying that's what you two said, but I think it's sort of in that same realm where like I think both series like spoil the others in like different ways. So I don't think there's really like a in terms of like continuity, I don't think there's like a definitive one. I could see like both directions where it's like
I can say this. Sometimes you can watch a show where you know what's going to happen because, well, it came out a long time ago. You know, like, oh, I know. Like,
It's the journey.
it's
Not
kind, yeah, you can, but it's more of it's seeing the reaction of it, but then going like, okay, I know how it's going to play out. That's fine. But then actually seeing, like, oh my gosh, that's how it actually happened. Wow. Yeah, but also, I'm gonna be honest, the same thing happened with me with Cal. Like it's like going in, I was like, I didn't really care, and then it was all the other like side characters actually got me to care, like other servants, like holy crap, like this like I love looks like side characters. I'm gonna be honest, Waver and Ryder might be my favorite combo duo for like Master and Servant ever.
Mm,
I want to say, how well do you all think the like Rin Tosaka episode fits if you haven't seen like the rest of Fate at that point? Because like that was like one of the main ones I was going to mention. Where like that's just sort of like a fucking random. That's like just a random
Yeah, I
ass
was
one on
gonna say
This
episode.
is a really weird fucking filler episode.
I'ma be real. I was kind of bored in that episode because it really did feel like filler, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? Let's
But
get
wait, I
on
will
with it.
say, my favorite scene in this series is when Kiri's fucking like mocks Rain by giving them like the weapon at the end
Oh
and
my
his
god,
pretty
I was like,
face.
that's fucked
That
up.
was,
And
I'm gonna be
I
honest, that
literally,
was fucked.
because I watched it And when he gave it to her and was explaining, I was like, "You slimy mother."
It's funny
And
as
then when she
I
started
cactus.
crying, he smirked and said, "You're scared."
I love that,
I
dude.
I I was actually laughing at
Okay,
that scene. I can't even
yeah,
lie.
Yuri is based making children cry as fuck.
God,
That was-
I fucking love the writer. Again, I fucking give like I've used the nickname Gen Oda Butcher so much. I fucking love their writing. How they even portray like the villain characters, chef's kiss. And hi, like everyone knows, hi, I'm a Kamen Rider fan. They wrote a Kamen Rider series. Yes, they wrote the Fruit Ninja series. Top tier fucking shit. And the second I know they wrote Fate Zero, I was excited for it. It did not disappoint me at all, but
They
it's
I just
still
think
hated this like 5 minutes ago. I'm so
okay.
confused.
Hate is a strong word that I can give to two characters. The rest, I liked a lot of the characters. It's just the actions they did, I laughed at, but the characters themselves, I not like them that much.
Yuri and Kirisugu were dicks. That's like basically what you're saying. That's
Yeah.
like, did you not like them because they're not good people or something,
No,
or
no, no, no,
like,
no, no, no. It's not even. So it's
they're dicks. I mean, like I think
they're
that's like what we're
dicks,
getting
but
at.
it's
What do you? Okay, explain yourself.
I maybe I was just burnt out with Fate, but it felt
You can not
like
like Kirei and Kiritsugu, by the way. It's like a forbidden opinion.
it felt like maybe even like me. Maybe it was me. Maybe I need to rewatch it at some point later when I'm not bring on Fate. But it felt like exhausting. Like okay, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're setting up this. Haha, funny. Okay. It felt exhausting for me seeing them all like plan out their shit. And as I say, maybe it was me. Maybe I've gotten burnt out with watching anime. Who knows? But that's how I like felt when watching like just, it was like them.
Yeah, like I
It's
said, that's
still
how I felt the first two episodes, and then everyone started growing on me. There was one character I didn't really. Wait, actually, no. I think this is the first Fate series where I didn't mind.
I
I'll be
can
honest.
see that.
I don't think there's a character in this series or in this sorry in this Fate one that I like. There were definitely ones I liked more than others, but there wasn't a character where I would go like, man, I did not like your character. Like here's the thing, I hated Rin's father like with a passion, right? But it wasn't like a oh my god you're on screen go the fuck away. It was like I hated him as like a right,
Who's still
which I think I was
entertaining to
meant
see.
to. So like the show did what it was supposed to.
Mm.
mm,
I,
wait, that leads me to something.
despite me, like as I've said, not liking like Shiro's father and like the priest.
Can y'all not hear me or something?
No, I
I
can
Um,
hear you.
could, but I was much on Cal's point. I was agreeing with them too.
Okay.
well, I mean, do you want to talk now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, okay, fun fact, viewers. Before, okay, Yuri had a weird take at like the very beginning of their watch of this Fate show. He said at first he thought that I forgot his name, the dude trying to save Sakura was like a simp, and I couldn't understand. I still don't understand how they jumped to that conclusion.
Listen. No, 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 no. I'm gonna be so fucking honest for real. I take back every fucking thing I said about them.
Okay, but I just never understood how you got to that conclusion. From like the
I
very beginning. From the very beginning, he was like, "Some, why are you doing that to Sakura? Well, that's insane." There's like no way to interpret
so
that.
So I had saw like quick TikTok video of like I saw like 3 seconds like I did this for you, I did this for you. I was like, oh, he's a sim, and I scrolled away because like I'm gonna get spoiled, and I'm gonna be honest, I disrespected a goat's name on accident.
Okay, well,
They
while
were
he wasn't a sim, he was in love with. Like, we can't deny that.
no. He was my second goat, so I apologize for disrespecting a king like that.
He
Okay.
was making me. He made me sad because, like, again, you go in knowing full well he's going to,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of like, God, yeah.
But I did
It
want
was.
to
It was
I
just
did want to
yeah.
loop back around to Cal's point where they said that everyone in the series is likable. This feels like if a person who decided to like read the visual novel way too much and was like, if I was to make a Fate series, here's all the stuff I would fix. It feels like it feels like they did refine the formula, I think, to like a T. And as said, maybe not as said. I think that does come with some ups and downs. I think like to make the deconstruction they wanted to. I think like it did take some like I don't know sort of boring parts. I think as an example, wasn't there like an entire episode around the finale where like it was just a Kiritsugu flashback, and it's like there was like zombies and shit, and it's like I'm sitting here like, why the fuck are we doing this? Are we doing?
Can I be
That was an
honest?
entire episode.
I'm gonna be real. I love that.
Yeah, dude, Cal likes a flashback and Fate. Wild.
It was listen. I like a flashback in Fate when we haven't seen it a bajillion fucking times.
So were you happy to see the incident again then?
God, I'm gonna be real. That did give me a little bit of like PTSD flashbacks.
Hmm.
Wait, what did
Guys,
I
give me 1 second.
understand
Give me 1 second.
I couldn't understand what Yuri saying.
Oh well.
Yeah. Okay. No, I did have PTSD watching it. Like when the scene started of him saving Shiro Emiya, I was like, oh god, we're back in the trenches. But like the backstory part, I really because to me it really fleshed out his character a lot, and it made me like him a little bit more. Because I'll be honest. I don't know if this is a hot take or not. Bro was kind of right a little bit. Like the plane scene, as sad as it was, as much I was like, because I realized what was happening as soon as he got on the boat. I was like, he's gonna blow up the fucking plane. And he brings out the bazooka, blows up the plane. He was
My
just
granny
right.
shit.
He was correct in the decision he made.
Okay, Cal. You remember how we were talking about the perfect blue when we were doing the perfect blue episode? You said your uncle had no clue what was going on because we didn't really explain anything.
Yeah.
This is like one of those situations right now. If like they have no
Well,
context, they have no clue.
okay, I want to say we said at the beginning of this episode, if you haven't seen Fate Zero, just don't watch because, like that said, Fate Zero is such a contact-heavy show.
Okay, but like YouTube videos are supposed
Okay, well, no, if I'm so sorry if they haven't watched it, too fucking bad. Okay, I'm not gonna explain all the nuance in that fucking scene.
well, sorry, audience. Sorry, our true viewers. I tried to help you. Sorry.
Plane has didn't the plane have like a fucking zombie virus? They need to fucking blow it
Yeah,
up to make sure it
okay.
can spread.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
so
like
the
I think you can
plane.
explain it pretty easy. I think you can explain.
Also,
The
like his
deep-
mother was on there, and he killed his
True.
mother.
That's the reason they cry. They were like,
Speaking of,
"Mom, good, but zombies bad." Fuck.
Yeah.
speaking of crying, this has nothing to do with crying. Really. My dope showed up again.
Oh,
She will
God.
always be around. Tiger.
Were they at like the
Where was
final
Tiger? I did
bit?
not see Tiger.
I think they were like a final episode post thing.
Yeah,
but correct
final
me if I'm wrong.
episode.
When did she appear? I did not see her.
Really?
I
She
feel like
doesn't
I'm just
look like
blind. I didn't see Tiger.
she doesn't look like Tiger in the show because she's like a child. So
Yeah.
you don't that. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, okay, wait. I gotta.
Yeah, you have a okay. Okay.
I pressed the wrong button. I meant to mute.
You're good. I'll cut that from the episode. I was gonna say like it feels like all my discussion in this episode up to now has been like meta shit. So like
Actually, I'll mention this now. So whenever I watch any of their fucking like their writing, I play this fucking bingo game. Somehow, every single time I find a bingo, and I find it so funny.
I do want to say this, okay?
It's not just most shows like all this stuff.
Or no, I have a question because this got brought up in or in our Jeopardy, right? When the fuck did Assassin go into the Grail?
is that what happened?
Well, wasn't that the reason? Like,
No, that was no. You see, Cal, that was a different one. That was a different
Okay,
one. I clarified it.
I believe it was during the third war. This is the
Yeah,
fourth,
this was the fourth. Yeah.
and it
Wait.
wasn't Assassin.
wait, so the assassin we saw in Fate Heaven's Feel is not the assassin we see now?
No, it is. Well, okay,
Yeah.
wait. Okay, it is and isn't. They aren't the same person, but like due to their thing, they don't really have a known face, so they just look like whatever when summoned.
Oh,
basically.
okay. I thought this was the fucking fake fucking altar bullshit.
Occasionally they're thin, occasionally they're thick, occasionally they're a man, occasionally they're a woman.
Yeah, and what they look like at the time depends on their move sets. Like they have different move sets depending on their appearance. This one, oh wait, okay, the Heaven's Feel one has a weird heart touch thing. The one, okay, this is a different face she's I'm bringing. She uses poison and clones in this one. I think I'm gonna be fully transparent with y'all. I decided to go off of like my prior knowledge of this show because I assumed that I remembered like a lie. Turns out I didn't. Because like the other times I watched the Fate shows, I remember most of that stuff. And I just
Very
assumed that
deceiving.
Wait, so you
Oh.
didn't rewatch Fate Zero?
I assumed that I didn't need to.
That's
I
Very
thought I
so
knew.
deceiving.
funny.
I thought that I knew like what happened for real. But like, I do love like the important stuff, like Lancer killing himself, Berserker guy losing.
The
Let's see,
entire like twist there. Yeah.
Kirei beat Shiro. I mean, not Shiro. Kirei and Kirisugu. Their whole thing at the end.
I'm so curious on like how you must have reacted if you decided to watch this at the time where Kirei just dies, and you're like, what direction is this headed? What are we doing?
Oh.
Oh, hold on.
That's
I want to say this.
mm,
Lancelot, while yes, I did like the reveal and all that, I think had one of my favorite fights where it was the fighter jet versus Gilgamesh.
Yeah, that was really good. And
And
that does bring
I think I liked it so much because it was so different. Because we had never seen anything like that in Fate up until this point, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like the big like monster on the ground. I'm like, "Okay, that's cool or whatever." Like, but like
That was
we've
literally
seen like
done in Fate. We've seen that already.
yeah, that's why I'm kind of like, okay, so this is like the mid season boss, okay, but this is peak.
I know it was really cool, and I'm so glad you bring up Gilgamesh because okay, Courts, there's another character I slandered, and I gotta like once again go, I misslandered them. Gilgamesh.
it was allowed to pull up in the series. So
Like
This
I've been
series changed my view on Gilgamesh. I like Gilgamesh now.
see, y'all should just listen to me when I talk. I've been
Shut
saying
the
Gilgamesh.
fuck up.
I'm
I've
sorry.
been saying
I'm gonna say this right now. Yes, I did like Gilgamesh in this series. I will still stand by in the other series. He's just a bum that does jack shit. Like in this show, he's allowed to prosper. Like I'm gonna be real, he was kind of moving around, kind of like Dio a little bit. Like when he was
yeah,
like,
like you know
wait,
the
especially when he
mansion
was
scene where they're talking with Kirei.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like massive deal vibes. Like bro
It's
had aura in this show. However, the other three, and I will stand by this, he's a bum. Okay, he just
I
instantly dies in one of them, and the other he looks like a fucking dweeb in his armor, and the other he loses to a fucking human. Okay,
okay, losing to Shiro, bro. This Shiro who's actively learning, by the way, doesn't even know how to use his powers right. Like, how come Emiya didn't do this? Like, he could have soloed the war. I know that wasn't his whole thing, but like, what's stopping him from killing Shiro and Gilgamesh at the same time? Literally nothing. Like, it just like,
Yeah,
okay,
no,
I'm
that scene with like Ryder, Saber, and Gilgamesh, like all sharing the wine, I fucking loved it. Like for me, it felt like we never, at least I never said before, of like at least all like, yes, the servants kill each other so much, but like them just like genuinely sitting down, talking, and relaxing a little bit before action. I loved it.
they feel like
Yeah,
actual
getting
characters.
Yeah, I don't like that I was burnt out watching this.
like
I
getting
I liked it.
into certain specifics with the series. Yeah, I think most of the individual stories are pretty good. I think Rin's daddy does just sort of I think they're sort of a weak point. I think they just sort of exist to like be killed. But I think the rest I generally like. I think I like Kirei's entire bit here. I know why Kiritsugu will be as they are. Yeah, I think most of the side characters are just pretty dope in general. I like funny warlock dude. I think Lancer's, just doing the same stuff. I think Waver's like stuff generally does steal the show. It's really difficult, it feels like, in this verse to find stuff that feels like. I, Waiver stuff feels like it could be its own entire anime separated from like
Yeah.
Fate. Like,
it's he has
I know. He
well,
has his own fucking
actually, they have a
anime.
servant, so it has to be in Fate. Yeah, we know.
Fucking.
he's sarcastic here.
You know
God.
what?
You
You
aren't
know
so permitted
what?
to be sarcastic. I
You know
will.
what? You know what you are? You're the actually guy.
I'm the fun police.
I literally did not actually anybody. I just okay. You
That's
know
what you
what?
remind me of right now.
Okay, meet me outside, bro. Meet me outside.
Okay, anyways, can I be honest, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, be
Okay.
honest.
I like what the fuck was his name? Wyvern?
Weaver.
Shit.
Waiver.
Wait, really?
Wait, hold on, let me finish. I did not like Wyvern for like the first half.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought you were
I
gonna say.
I liked Ryder. I didn't like Wyvern, right? Because he was just a crybaby loser that kept pissing me the fuck off.
Yeah.
And the word is
But then like
he
the
was a loser.
second half, he actually started growing more. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm warming up to you. I like you more. And by the end of it, I liked his. At the beginning, whenever he appeared, I was so fucking annoyed. I was like, bro,
I
I
can
I've
see that point because of because how they were at the beginning.
I know what you mean, but this really does feel like when the characters have development.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to point that out there where it's like
Um,
I did not did not like him. But as the story progressed, developed, and I beginning.
You know,
I also didn't want.
okay.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
yeah, what's up?
So earlier, I remember you said that like earlier when you brought up the whole Berserker and Gilgamesh thing, and then you said I like that because it's different.
You're
You're
gonna
running
like
of something.
another Fate series, aren't you?
What's up?
You're running of something else from a different Fate series
Oh my fucking
where
Yeah, what's
okay,
up?
God.
this one character she fought the U.S. Air Forces.
Is this the new one?
No, it's one
Mm,
that doesn't have an animation yet.
You know,
Like the character Oda Nobunaga, she has like a battalion of like just floating guns and cannons and stuff. And she works kind of like Gilgamesh, but with guns instead of random stuff.
yeah.
Flash, you're acting like how I'm trying to support how I push Kamen Rider on you guys.
Not really. He's not
I'm
even
not
pushing
even.
it. He just like made a
I'm mentioning something.
comparison.
It's like it has nothing to do with the conversation we're having.
I don't know.
Currently,
I don't know why. I apologize. Maybe it's my tired brain. I apologize.
yeah, but
You know,
it's just cool, and I just wanted to mention it. And also, the
I
main
was
character servant has tuberculosis.
the main character serving what?
Has tuberculosis.
I see. I was gonna say not in relation to tuberculosis, but I mean I am curious, Isaiah. Who's your favorite from this series from Fate Zero?
Uh, huh. I think it's gonna have to be, I don't know. Like, okay. Unlike the rest of you, for some reason, I just don't vibe with Iskander. He's like the typical, like, dude, bro, jock guy who's like a good dude, kinda, but also he's a conqueror, which means he's not a good dude.
I see what
But
you
you ever know,
mean. Yeah. I think they pull it off,
uh,
but like I could see like how a person could be like, oh yeah, fucking factory made to be likable. Factory made.
yeah. And then
Uh,
Caster's fun, but like also just meh.
mid-season
don't really
filler.
care about Lan- don't really care
just
about Lancer. But
yeah.
with Lancer here, it started a thing called being Lancered, which is where a servant kills themselves. And I think that is funny. That's his legacy. I don't even know his name.
I don't even have a real name. Okay. Well, like, who does that narrow it down to?
Gilgamesh is goaded. I like Saber because how much time we spent with Saber throughout the entire. Well, no, okay, no, it was only in the first series for real. The second
Yeah.
series, she was like kind of an afterthought. Heaven's Feel, she was literally an afterthought.
Like yeah, been a while
But like,
since we saw Saber actually pull up and do something.
yeah. Well, okay, no. She does stuff, but she doesn't do any human-like stuff. She's like a plot device. She's just a plot device. So it's been a while since we actually seen her as a person, I think, quotations due to her being a ghost thing. I like Gilgamesh.
Well then.
Yeah, Gilgamesh. He's goaded.
I think my favorite in the
Assassin's
series. Oh, my bad. You were gonna finish up.
also the Assassin's made.
Well, I was gonna say my favorite is like I think my Berserker is my favorite in this one. I just think they have a really cool power set, and I like the tragedy element of it. But like I think a ton of characters in this are very cool. That's the sort of opinion I have, where it could change from like day to day, based on how I feel vibe wise. And then I guess you two favorites.
Cal, you want to go first then?
No, you can.
Ryder followed by Weaver, and then third Lancer. I fucking love I love Lancer in this so much.
Man's actually just a chill dude who does stuff.
I'ma be real. I think he was my least favorite servant.
I'm curious why. It feels like they're so inoffensive.
I don't know. I'll
They're
be
just a
I
chill
think
dude.
well, because here's my thing. Every other servant, I can like say what I kind of about them. Like, okay, you know what? They're not my least favorite. I think my least favorite would be, but if we're going like actual servant characters, they're my least because I don't see
Mm,
Assassin as a character. Assassin doesn't
mm.
have a personality, and we learn like jack shit about Assassin. Lancer, I liked his master more than I liked her because his master was just a fucking bitch ass motherfucker. I was like, I can't wait for you to get your ass beat. Lancer had cool moments. I don't know. I got really sick and tired of this whole like we're gonna fight honorably, and I was like,
Okay.
I don't care,
What
bro.
person do you like, Hal? The most specifically?
I want to say he was my least favorite, but I still like enjoyed some. And when he died, I laughed. Anyway,
Wait, okay, wait. Who? You cut out for me.
Lancer.
They.
Okay.
My favorite. So I'm gonna put these in two categories. My favorite servant and my favorite non. My
Mm,
favorite servant in this series is probably between Berserker and Ritter. Same reasons you gave for Berserker. He had a really cool power set. I would argue he had some of the best fights in. I already said how much I love like Lancelot reveal with Saber. How it made her realize how her ideal, how she put herself up as king. Not that it was a mistake, but the flaws in her mentality and how it directly led into the other. Then Ryder, because I think they're just a very well-rounded character. Like, I know they were kind of factory made to be likable, but it worked.
Well, that's my opinion. Like, yeah, I don't
They
know.
like whenever they were on screen, I liked them. Like how they kind of brought everyone together at certain points, the talking, how you can see his ideals and how him being there is directly affecting Master. And yeah, it was just it's like good character and aura. Like,
Mm,
oh my favorite non-servant honestly was probably
mm. Really?
I I think it's like I think before that, my favorite, like in the number two spot, my second favorite was his wife. I really liked her, his wife. Like I love seeing
Iris
the
Bloom.
whimsy and joy he was getting in the world, how much she was like loved and devoted to what he was doing, and like the tragedy that she knew she was going to die for this. But Emiya, I think the turning point was his back. First off, that brown girl fucked him up for life. Fucked him up for life.
That brown girl is insane.
Well, I don't know if she's Latina, so I didn't want to say Latina, but
Yeah, dude, the
like,
She
fucking
could
brownie decided to fuck up.
that black.
okay, I'm sorry. Bro saw Latina one time, fell in love, and fucked him up for life, which like bakes. Anyway, the backstory fleshed out his character so much for me, where again, I kind of just agreed with him, where he was just kind of right. Gotta kill the few to save the many.
I mean, like, I don't mean to be that person, but in the story, they're not correct. Like, the entire story is saying, like, it's like the reason why they, like, in the end, they don't. Correct, Flash, you'll know this shit. Does Kiritsugu stick to, like, what they do when Fate Zero's ended? Are they just still doing it? Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm pretty
Doesn't he retire from being?
That's
I'm
what
sure
I'm
he
saying.
Yeah,
retired
he
from
Yeah,
being.
retired.
Yeah, he
that's what I'm
retired just like to kind of raise Shiro.
yeah, like, the entire finale of this series is like a, yeah, like, Kiritsugu's wrong. They're
Yeah,
like,
Hey,
well, I think he was correct. Okay.
okay,
is it
cool.
is it like ever mentioned that Yuri has like a daughter?
Yeah.
No. Really?
Wasn't
Well, okay, I know it came up in like the heavens. I think it came up in Heaven's Feel. But like I don't think did it really come up here?
maybe
I thought
I'm
his
thinking of
wife.
Heaven's
I
Feel.
thought his wife, but he has a daughter and he doesn't do anything.
Well,
And it's like it's barely ever if ever brought up. I just wanted to bring that to your attention.
damn. So yeah.
Continue.
I think yeah, I think I don't know, good series. Yeah, like I don't have this isn't the sort of like anime I can talk upon like hours upon hours because it's just sort of like
It was
bait,
solid.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
like
solid.
bait with some refinement. I think I guess final point because I guess I said like Berserker's my favorite. I think like that part does enhance like Sakura's story as like a prequel and it showcases how they were I don't know how else to say yeah how they were how Sakura was groomed in this like horrible like estate. I just really like what they overall, and I especially like the horror elements with like all the bugs and shit. I decided to play on that, but in a different way with this dude.
I think it's insane how like in the first show, Sakura got like no screen time, even though she has like the arguably most interesting story out of everybody.
Yeah,
Like this thing is really funny that like she's literally just a cliff note in the first series. She's vaguely around in the background in the second series. Like
uh,
it's just
uh,
it's funny.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Uh, so yeah, is that pretty much it?
Yeah.
Next time, because I think we're supposed to do this. Unless okay, like yeah, is
Wait,
that like
what,
going once?
what are we actually doing next? Because I don't think it's a good idea to do like didn't we like say before we
Next
aren't gonna do
time,
like two anime or something? I could have
next
fully
time
made this.
Next time,
we're gonna.
we will be ranking 40 different animes from our top 10 list. There's gonna be fighting.
Wait,
There's gonna be arguing on what goes into F tier, what goes into S tier. So if you want to see us fight and bicker and hate each other, tune in next week. I fucking hate you guys.